Prototyping in XD is not only very, very fast, it's also very flexible. I'm going to swap out to the prototype workspace, which I could do by clicking at the top of the work area like so, or using Control Tab to switch between them. You see it switches very, very quickly. And the PI disappears and the toolbox now only has one tool in it. So here's the repeat grid that I created in the last movie, or another version of it. And you'll see that if I double click here, I can get down into the individual elements. So I'm going to go for this image here and then click and drag from the image with this widget here to this artboard. And then it creates me a link between those two things. I can control the animation just here between those. So I've got a range of things sliding in different directions or dissolving. And then I've got some easing methods here. I'm just going to ease this one out, slow it down as it comes in. And then the duration there like so. So let's do that again. Up here I've got this arrow which is already linked just here. But I'm going to link this eye icon here. So if I double click on that over to this artboard like so. So let's play the prototype and see how that works. So at the top here, I've got this play arrow. I'm going to click on that and I'll just shrink this down a bit so it's easier to see in this movie, and that way you can see both things together. And so I can click on the image. It takes me out to that screen, and I can click just here and it takes me back, and I can click here. Oh, do you know what? That one hasn't worked. That's because I don't think I connected. So I'll try again. I'll just come back to here and drag it out to this artboard. Now, if I click on it, you'll see it works perfectly well. Although I didn't link up this arrow, so I'll just do this, double click like so, and bring that back to this screen. I'm just accepting the default animations there. And so that will work perfectly well there. What about if I needed to make other changes, like to the design itself? Well, the prototype can stay completely live. You'll see that if I go back into design mode here, and go to this image, for example, I could click on this and decide that instead this is going to be full width, and you can see that it responds with the repeat grid and also in the prototype, so that all works perfectly well there. Of course, the region over which it's clickable has got bigger too, so that's fine, and it recognizes the individual objects just there. I could do something else, because this repeat grid here, that could be a scrolling object. Now the way I do that is to target the artboard and then drag the bottom of the artboard down to the bottom of the content like so. And you'll now see that this becomes scrollable content just there, all without having to rebuild the prototype. So maybe I want to share this with my other stakeholders. Well, I can do that in a couple of different ways. First of all, I could record a movie and it would visualize my touches, so I could go through my journey like so and describe that as a movie. You'll see if I do that here, it's going to save it as a QuickTime file like so. So if I just do that, then I've got a movie that I can use, and you'll see the visualized touches there, which is kind of nice. But what's really, really awesome is being able to share this as a clickable prototype in a standards compliant browser. So what I can do on the top right hand corner here is I can actually share this out. Now I've made this one already, so I'm just going to create a new link from this one, and it will upload to part of the Adobe website. So if I copy the link now and go out to a browser, and I've got one ready and waiting here, and I'll paste down that link, you can see that now this opens inside of the browser, and then I can click through and I could test this and of course start a discussion on where we're at. So that's how it works with XD. The one final thing I'll mention, by the way, just in case you do this here, the home screen, that's specified in the prototype workspace. Can you see this small blue tag just here that says home? You'll notice that if I click on the other artboards, I can specify that this one is in fact the home screen, because of course you might not lay things out in such a linear fashion like so. But there you are, the very fast, very flexible prototyping in Adobe XD.